actually we have a world peace subject, and in that we get some assignments like this to interview some great people like in spirituality and science. So now we have got the opportunity to interview you. So myself, Aryan, Shreya, Ruturaj, Arpan, Sanket, Raj, I would like to introduce yourselves.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I am Subhash Maharageti. I studied philosophy in graduation and philosophy in post-graduation. I am doing research in Savitribai University. I have a spiritual center, multilingual spiritual training center, and in that center many youngsters come there and study. I have a think tank team, and with help of them we translate the books of saints into English, Hindi and other languages. And I perform kirtan and pravachan, and I give lecture in various school, colleges and rural area and city also. And my aim of life to spread this spiritual knowledge to everywhere. And I taught philosophy and logic in Nauroji Wadia College, Pune, and as a guest lecturer I taught philosophy in Garwari College, and as a guest lecturer I also taught Saint Literature in ST College. Now I am living in Alandi and I have a spiritual center and working entire India and out of countries. So thank you. You came here with out of curiosity about spirituality, and at the same time, according to your conversation, you have one project, World Peace Project.
Yes.
Yes. And this project college has given to you, and therefore you came to interview in this event. It is good that college decided or college want to establish or to think with help of with all students about peace of world. It means the entire cosmos is needed to this fact. They want, entire cosmos wants peace. Entire cosmos means the people, those are living in this entire cosmos, they want peace. And therefore, you have many questions about science and spirituality. Therefore, you came, I think, in this way. This is your purpose. So, I am not omniscient and omnipresent and everything. Am I able or not? I don't know. What types of questions are you going to ask me? But as per my little knowledge, I will try to communicate with you. I am not giving the answer accurately, but I am sharing my experience with you. So, without any formalities, you can ask a question. And before beginning the question, I would like to say some sentences.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, sir. We would like to hear that.
Water of ocean get evaporated by the heat of sun, and water changes into in the form of, it remains in the form of cloud. In rainy season, again the rain falls on the ground. With help of rivers, water flows towards the ocean. It means water came from ocean, remains in cloud, after fall down on the earth, and finally it flows towards to ocean. because it is the original source. Ocean is the original source. In the same way, we are human beings born from the Supreme Consciousness. We are living in this world due to that consciousness we are living, and at the end of life you will merge again in that Supreme Consciousness. So we emerge from the Supreme Consciousness, we live in this world due to Supreme Consciousness, and ultimately we merge again into the Supreme Consciousness. It means the natural science teaches the one principle. The same principle is applicable in spirituality also. In science and spirituality, there is no difference. Apparently, subjects are different, students are different, colleges are different, professors are different, teaching style also different. But ultimately, the spiritual science, the goal of the spiritual science and the goal of classic science, one and the same. If you study any science deeply and then you read other sciences, you will find that so many similarities between them. It means other sciences are the sciences, but the spirituality also science. Spirituality is the mother of all sciences, and other are branches of that science. So we cannot separate from one thing to another. For easy understanding and communications and transactions and management, so we can classify. But ultimately, the goal is one and the same of both sciences. Now, we can ask.
How do you define spirituality, and how does it play a role in our day-to-day life?
It's a very beautiful question. I would like to welcome this question again. This question is raised in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. At the beginning, the devotee Arjuna asked some questions to Lord Krishna. And in that few questions, one of them is, what is the spirituality? What is the Adhyatma? In Bhagavad Gita says that, Arjuna says, Kim tad Brahma, Kim tad Adhyatma, Kim Karma, Purushottama, Adhibhutancha Kim Daiva. In this way, the various questions he raised at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, and among them is, what is the Adhyatma? What is the spirituality? Kim tad Brahma? In the answer, spirituality is related to the Atman. Spirituality related to the self. What is the spirituality? Spirituality is that in which we study about self. What is the self? How it functions, the self? How it exists? So in simple language, what is the spirituality? It is related to self. It is a study of self, a study of consciousness, a study of truth, a study of ultimate reality. It has given different names: Atman, Brahman, spirituality, consciousness. Words are different, the meaning one and the same. Okay. What is this? Spiritual science. Spirituality. And second sub question.
How does it play a role
how
in
does
our life?
it play into?
How does it play a role in our day-to-day life?
So, if you understand the main theme of spirituality, then you will understand its function. According to Adhyatma, according to spirituality, the ultimate goal of human life to realize the truth of life, to realize that consciousness. The consciousness exists in me, the same consciousness exists in all things and beings. So, while living in this world, we have to give respect each and everyone. Therefore, in Varkari tradition, I bow down my head in front of all people. At the same time, they also prostrate me, I will also prostrate them. It is the simple philosophy that the consciousness exists in me, the same consciousness exists in them. So, conditionally, we are different, but essentially, we are one and the same. If this rule we understand, then we will give the good treatment to every human being as my own soul. This is the great transaction in day-to-day life from the standpoint of spirituality.
So sir, I want to ask differences between science and spirituality.
Science interested to study external objects. So science is a subjective, science is objective science. It's all sciences studied object. What is the moon, what is the sun, what is the stone, everything's outside. And spirituality interested study in subject. Spirituality is subjective science, and all other sciences are objective sciences. They studied external objects, and spirituality studied internal subject, inside. If you want to study the entire world, we have to open our eyes and see the world, and for that observation is very necessary for the objective science. And spirituality is subjective science. For the study of spirituality or internal subject, we need introspection. So introspection is the tool by which we can study inner self. And observation is an important tool by which we can become able to study about the external object. This is the basic difference between science and spirituality. But I would like to answer further. There is no question.
We would love to, you can just continue.
But my further explanation will be in this way. If consciousness is the base of everything, at the very beginning I said that the drop of water came from the ocean. In the same way, the entire cosmos, at the very beginning, there was only consciousness. And from that consciousness, entire cosmos came to existence. Came to exist. So entire cosmos is the manifestation of the supreme consciousness. And science, all sciences are interested to study the entire external science, external objects. And spirituality is interested to study the internal subject, that is the consciousness. It means one science is ready to study directly the source, and other sciences are interested to study the manifestation of that origin, because entire cosmos is the origin of the supreme consciousness, and supreme consciousness is the substratum of everything. So you can study the entire world, and by studying again slow one by one point, you will reach the same point, consciousness. And spirituality you can study directly, and abide in that consciousness. Therefore, in Western countries, many scientists finally they became philosopher. Wittgenstein, so many scientists. Some philosophers, they were engineers of that field, but they did not get the answer of their curiosity, and finally they came in the field of philosophy and they become philosopher. It means by studying the external science, finally they came in the point of subjective science, because there is only apparent different, but ultimately there is no difference between external science and spirituality, science and spirituality.
I would like to ask you, are there any scientific theories that you think they have their roots in spirituality?
Okay. Have you studied quantum physics?
Not deeply, just basic, what we see in movies and that.
In our school time, we have studied physics.
Yes.
But in college level, if you get chance, some students are studying metaphysics. Have you heard the word metaphysics?
Yes.
Beyond the physics, it's called metaphysics. And there is the culmination of the branch of sciences is the metaphysics, you can say. It's the one way of thinking. Metaphysics, in metaphysics, the scientists think that if you take a very small particle of the object, there is electron, proton, neutron, in this way. And fundamental thing to study this physics, all things in the world are insentient, inert. In your hand there is mobile. It is inert. It is insentient. What is inert and insentient? Insentient is that thing which does not know itself and it does not know other. That is called inert and insentient. But you to take a small part of that thing is electron, proton. But it has a particular moment. It moves in particular direction, this way, this way, this way. Yes, if you study it. Then question comes, if the small part atom is the inert and insentient, but it has a moment. Then question comes, who moves that atom? According to the metaphysics, they came into the conclusion that there must have something which gives force or which gives motion to that atom. It means behind the atom there is a something. But what called to that something? So finally some scientists say that there is a consciousness. And at the very beginning, philosophy says that, or the spirituality says that the consciousness is a substratum of everything. So spirituality explain its philosophy, and science also reached the same conclusion. So this is the oneness between the scientist and the philosopher.
I had one question. Can you tell me what is the meaning of love in science and spirituality?
We love mostly to ourselves. We say that I love you. I can't live without you. You are my life. Have you heard this statement? This is very wonderful statement. And if you heard this type of statement, moment I heard this sentence, what type of emotions came in me, I can't explain. Oh, good. But if you think very seriously, when I say that I love you, it means when I love a particular person, that time he or she is favor with me. I like him, her, you can say that. They like me. So when I love them, or he love him or love her, that time we not directly love her or him. We love ourselves because they are in favor with me, and therefore I love him, I love her. The moment he or she go against me, immediately I break up. Oh my dear, you have been telling since many weeks and many months that you are my life, and why are you breaking me? Why do you why do you want to drop me? Because we do not love others, we love ourselves. But we use word I love you. If you love me, then if he or she go against me, even then, if I love them, then I say it is real love. Otherwise, we want to satiate our desire. We want to fulfill our desire. We want to fulfill our wish. And we give name love. It is not love. It is a fulfillment of desire. If you not become success to fulfill your desire, then see their face. I don't want to see your face. Oh, why? You were telling that you are Chandramukhi, and immediately how do you say that he sees a Jwalamukhi? It means that love, in common people say I love, it means fulfillment of desire. And real love, actually love. When I love myself, I means not body, intellect, sense, the combination of everything. I means without giving any label of this body. Pure existence, self. I love self. The same self exists in you. Now I see that in you, myself. When I see you, I do not see your physical body. The consciousness exists in me, the same consciousness exists in you. It means I see the myself in you.
Like we used to say, like Lord Krishna used to see him in Radha.
Yes, it is a real love. And that is, Narad says that Kamana Rahitam, without desire, you love other. Guna Rahitam, without any quality, we love. Guna Rahitam, Kamana Rahitam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam. Each and every moment, the real love will increase. And fulfillment of desire, moment to moment, it decreases. Guna Rahitam, Kamana Rahitam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam. Avichinnam, no one can break it. Avichinnam. Sukshmataram. It is very subtle. And Anubhavarupam. It is experienceable. We cannot express through words. Anirvachaniya prema swarupam. The real love cannot express through the word.
It's seen in eyes.
It only felt.
Huh?
It is only seen in eyes.
You can only feel it, you can
Yes,
express
it
it.
is experienced, we can feel, we can understand. But we cannot express through words. The moment we try to express through word, then it will get fed up. this is the difference between the love from the standpoint of world and the spirituality.
As you are a philosopher and you do some kirtans and I guess, but sometimes we get some experiences like there is the presence of the supreme consciousness, the God. We feel like He is helping us. What I would like to ask you that were there any experiences about yourself that inspired you in this field?
If you have a tremendous faith and trust that you are part of that supreme consciousness, then whatever you do with mind, body and intellect, that is action. All your duties we have to dedicate Him as a worship of that Supreme Lord. I have no my own desire, but whatever situation come in my life with particular responsibilities and duties, I do it very cheerfully and attentively, and I dedicate this work to Him. Then He takes care of everything. When I was studying, teaching philosophy in Muthu college, and immediately thought came in my mind, I have to stop. Then all my colleagues were telling me that, are you mad? Now you completed your post-graduations and NET exam, you became successful in NET examination, now you become a lecturer and you are teaching philosophy in the college and immediately you are ready to stop everything. Are you mad? According to them, I am mad. I stop everything, I drop everything, and I dedicated my life to this field, spirituality. Bhagavan, that Supreme Lord, has provided everything for me. Nothing less, anything in my life. Because He takes care. In Bhagavad Gita, He says that Tesham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara. I lift my devotee from the ocean of birth and the death. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara. In Bhagavad Gita says that, and in the 9th chapter He says that one who dedicated their life to me means God. Bhagavan says that yoga kshemam vahamyam. This is very famous statement in Bhagavad Gita. Whatever he needed, I will provide and I will maintain it, everything. Yoga kshemam vahamyam. And your question that, do you feel that He entered in us? No. He does not enter in us. Before getting this body, He is in us, always with us. Can you say that? The space enter in my body. No, Baba. Before your birth, space is existed. When you born, the space is existed, and after the death of your body, space will exist. In the same way, before getting this body, consciousness is existed. When I got this body, consciousness existed in the body. After the destructions of the body, consciousness existed behind that. So I am consciousness. So it is nothing question to enter, coming and going, always with us.
Sir, what is your advice for today's generation about spirituality and science?
Do your work honestly and sincerely. Then your work will be perceived. of God, then God will please with your work and He will bless His grace and blessing on you with knowledge. And by that knowledge, you will reach that ultimate goal of life that is called spirituality. It means you and your duties is the means by which you will reach finally the destination of self-realization.
So, sir, after listening to you, I'm like almost like too interested to ask you a further question. It is little bit off topic maybe. So, regarding like in future generation, we are just following Western culture and more, and we are just ignoring that spirituality and religion part. So, what should we do like to just to like perform in day-to-day tasks and also be like in part of a spiritual like to self-importance? The main question is like in spirituality your mind and your body find peace, but in day-to-day tasks we are just forgetting, just doing our tasks. So what should we do? Just stay on that line.
Now you can do your conclusion, this your topic.
The ultimate conclusion.
No one can create peace.
Yes.
It is not such a thing we can create with help of your action. It is always there, but we are unaware of that. I would like to give an example, because she is sitting here, she is a teacher. Before coming the teacher in the class, what was the situation? Suppose there is no teacher, then all students are there. Can you imagine?
Chaos.
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 No teaching, no learning.
Just they are bubbling to each other.
Yes.
They are talking to each other. The moment teacher comes, and if he or she suppose a strict, immediately she says, "I want pin drop silence." They stop the gossiping. No discussion, no voice, no sound. What is there? Just peace. Who created this peace? Teacher? Who created this peace? By student? Peace was there, but they started the bubbling, gossiping and talking each other, and they unaware of that peace. When they stopped everything, then they realized that yes, this is called peace. In the same way, our sense five organs, action organs, and sense organs, day and night running behind the objects. I want this, I want that. I want to complete this, I want to complete that. Innumerable ambitions. Just observing here and there. Take a little pause. Withdraw your senses from the sense objects. Abide in that consciousness. You will feel, I do not want to create peace. Peace is already there, but I was away from that peace.
We can say it's our control of our mind that's distracted.
Control all your senses, then control of your mind, then control of your intellect. Means withdraw your senses from the world and abide in the mind. We have to withdraw your mind from the world, abide in the intellect. We have to withdraw your intellect from the mind and abide in the self. And when you are in the self, don't do anything. Just be there. You'll experience the peace.
That was really beautiful.
That is a meditation. Can do meditation. We will find
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sure, we can.
There's no need to find out the peace in dictionary
Yes.
or a laboratory. You are the treasure of peace. Just look at you within. We find that peace is there.
No, but actually it was a great interview, and we never expected to meet someone great like you. And I would like to thank.
I am
Miss-
not great, bhai.
No, but
We are the one and the same. Just equipments are different. The consciousness exists in you and the same consciousness exists in me. We are one and the same. These actual equipments are different. Tube and mercury, and these are the equipments. The electric power manifests in them one and the same. So, we are one. There is oneness among us.
Sir, I want to ask a short question. Actually, the interview is very long, and the science and spirituality is not a small topic that can be explained in one video. So, sir, I want to ask, I want to tell audience by your medium, how can we contribute to society spiritually? We as in since students.
For peace.
Yes. Yes.
According to your age and your responsibilities and your duties. Do your duty with very sincerely, dedicatively, as worship of Him. Then ultimately He will give His blessing with form of peace. If you become a success to attain peace in your life, you will lead the light of peace in many houses, many cities, and many countries. Thus, we have to be aware of that, your own true nature. And no need to go forest or Himalayas. While doing your work, just change your understanding. By changing your understanding, your work, your missions, your duty is become means to establish the peace in the society. Don't do anything special. Whatever you do it very sincerely, dedicatively, for yourself. If you contented, the satisfaction emerge out from your entire personality. You become ideal form of the peace. When you look at your friends, look at him as your own nature, your own self. Talk with very lovingly. Look at him or her with lovingly. Your one glance will change entire personality of that person. If really peace in you experience it, then you become a ideal of entire society.
It was really nice meeting you, sir, and we hope we will come next time to
Definitely.
your center.
I always welcome to you.
And sir, apart from the assignment, your knowledge is really useful for us in our day-to-day life actually. thanks a lot for that, and I would like to thank Miss Hema for giving us an opportunity to meet you. Otherwise, we never expected to meet some great person.
Bhagavan wanted us to meet together. So he arranged everything for his purpose.
Yes.
Thank for him. So I also thank all of you because you came here to complete your project, but by completing your project you came near with me, so you are my own soul. Thank you.
Thank you.